Good morning, beautiful people of the internet. I'm recording this on Saturday the 30th of 2022, January 30th, and we have survived snowpocalypse. To celebrate, shoveling all morning, and now I'm out for kind of a downtown hike, about to head to the town trail, and I got a few things to talk about. So I will see you once I get on that trail. All right, made it to the trail, and today is beautiful. You know, after a snowstorm, you get a couple days where the snow is still white, hasn't got dirty yet, everything still looks pristine. We're living that life right now. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. The trail, unfortunately, is not super well maintained, but it's because it just snowed. It's still good, still a pretty nice walk. So I want to talk about React today, and a couple of mistakes, rookie mistakes, if I'm being honest, that I made on projects recently. So with React, let's say you're working on a component, let's say it's test, and you're gonna make a style sheet. So you have your test style sheet. You need to, when you're writing your style sheet in your CSS, you need to make sure you're exporting it, okay? So, because you import it into your HTML page, but if you haven't exported it from your CSS style sheet, you can't, there's nothing to import. It just says you can't find it. And then you may make some changes and be like, wow, why was my page just black and white text? What's going on here? And you know, it almost might seem obvious that the first thing you want to check is that you've exported it, but sometimes you just forget that rookie stuff. And I did that recently and had to go down a bit of a path to figure out what the problem was. And then the second I figured it out, I was like, well, of course. Another example of that is, you know, when you're setting up your classes, you're gonna have your class name, and they need to match, right? So as an example, I wrote in my HTML, I wrote that it was, let's say, test, class name test, capital T. Well, in my CSS, I wrote test, lowercase t. So you can see the problem. Those are two different things. So I went down a pretty good rabbit hole trying to fix what the problem was. I was looking, you know, 2 or 3 containers up, and just could not figure it out. And then finally just took a deep breath, went back to the basics, realized I had a typo. So you just check those little things first. And, you know, with practice makes better, right? So the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and you're gonna remember those things. Coming up on the tunnel here, it's pretty cool. So those are what I have to say about React. Fantastic framework, definitely learn to use it. I'm gonna try to build on top of that and go with Next.js. I'm gonna do a couple projects with that. So the next thing I'm gonna tell you is, in 2022, I'm trying to read a book a month. And that's probably not that aggressive for a lot of people, but for me, I think it's gonna be a challenge. In January, I just finished SQL Clearly Explained by Jan Harrington. I'll throw a picture of it right here, and probably a link to it if I can find it on Amazon, down in the doodly-doo. It's not gonna be an affiliate link or anything, just so you can check it out. Feel free to buy it. It's a great read if you wanna learn some more about SQL, or just a refresher. And that's kind of my point for bringing it up, is it's not super fancy. It's no thrills, it's just the facts. And it's a good read in your spare time to keep fresh on certain things. And I think as programmers, myself included, we get caught up in searching for things on the internet for good reason. Most things are on the internet, and you can find a lot of different perspectives, but sometimes you got to get your eyes off of a screen. Now, is reading about programming going to make you the best programmer? No. You need to program a lot. Even tutorials aren't gonna help make you the best programmer. You need to get into the thick of it and make mistakes on your own every once in a while. But all of those things, reading tutorials, finding other things on the internet, they're great tools in your tool belt. The more times you see something, the more likely you're gonna be to remember it, and the more familiar you're gonna be with it. So every once in a while, crack open a book on the subject and read a few pages. All right, so that's all I wanted to talk about today. Oh, it is beautiful. I'm walking right into the sun right now, so I'm kind of excited to no longer record anything else. I'm gonna leave you with a little snippet of a video I got downtown this morning of a waterfall. It's pretty cool. All right, see you later.